Hey guys, in the last video we looked into shading Venn diagrams using a visualization method where we shaded individual set and then we combined the shaded area to find the region that belongs to the set. In this video we'll be looking into a different method which does not use as much visualization as the previous method and is also less time consuming. I call this the numbering method. So in this numbering method what we do is that we assign a number for each region in the Venn diagram, and then we use our knowledge of sets to figure out which region belongs to which set. So if you take this Venn diagram, we have 4 regions. I'll name it as 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 4 regions that we have. 1 belongs to the region outside the circle, and 2 is the region that belongs only to A, 3 is the region that belongs to A intersection B, the common region, and 4 is the region that belongs to only B. So now that we have named the regions with numbers, we'll have to write down the basic information that we see here in set notations. So let's start with the universal set. The universal set, as you can see, is 1, 2, 3, 4. All these 4 numbers are inside the big rectangle and therefore belong to the universal set. And the set A is 2, 3, and set B is 3, 4. So these are the basic set information that we need to start off the question. So let's start with the first one. The first one says A complement intersection B complement. So first of all, let's find what set belongs to A complement intersection B complement, or in other words, which numbers belong to this set. To find that, we need to know the complement sets. So the complement set of A complement, is basically everything except A, which is everything except 2 and 3, which is 1 and 4. And B complement is everything except B, which is everything except 3 and 4, which is 1 and 2. So now we can easily go ahead and find out what is A complement intersection B complement, and that's going to be the number that is common to both A complement and B complement. If you see here, the number that is common to both A complement and B complement is the number 1. The number 1 is in both the sets. So A complement intersection B complement is 1, because that's the only number that is common for both the sets. Now that you know the set A complement intersection B complement, and you know the number that belongs to that set, whatever the region that the number indicates is the region that belongs to that set. So if A complement intersection B complement is 1, that means the region that belongs to A complement intersection B complement is the region 1, which is the outside region. Alright, now let's move on to the next question. The second question is A complement union B complement. As you know, union is the operation where it combines the 2 sets. We know A complement is 1, 4. B complement is 1, 2. So together we can write it as 1, 2, 4. Remember that we don't repeat the same element twice within a set. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 4. So those are the 3 numbers that you have when you put together the sets A complement and B complement. And by looking at the number, the region that would belong to this set are the regions that belong to the numbers 1, 2, and 4. So except 3, everything else belong to this region. So let's go ahead and shade that in. So this is the region that belongs to the set A complement union B complement. Alright, now let's go to the third question. Third question, A intersection B complement. In order for us to find the set A intersection B complement, first of all we need to find what A intersection B is. So as you can see here, A intersection B is the number that is common to both A and B. And the number that I see that is common to both A and B is the number 3, because the number 3 belongs to both the sets A and B. So the answer to the set A intersection B is 3. Now if A intersection B is 3, A intersection B complement has to be everything other than 3. So that gives me 1, 2, 4. So again, the answer to the third question, the regions that belong to A intersection B complement, are the same region that belong to the previous question, which is everything except 3. So let me shade it in. So these are all the regions that belong to the set A intersection B complement. Alright, so let's move on to the fourth question. So the fourth question says A union B complement. And to find what A union B complement is, we need to find what A union B is. So by looking at the set, we understand that A union B is just the combination of set A and set B, which is 2, 3, and 4. So if A union B is 2, 3, 4, A union B complement would be everything other than 2, 3, 4, which is just 1. So the region that belongs to the set A union B complement is the region that belongs to the number 1. So everything outside the circle. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. Now that you know how this method works, you can go ahead and pause the video and try the questions 5, 6, and 7 and resume it to see the solution. Okay, now for the fifth question. A intersection B union A union B complement. In order for us to understand what numbers belong to this set, first of all, let's identify the individual sets separately. So we know what A intersection B is. A intersection B is 3. And we know what A union B is. A union B is, so ideally we need to find A union B complement. So A union B is 2, 3, 4, and therefore A union B complement, A union B complement would just be 1. So now we have the two individual sets that we need to make this set that we have in the fifth question. So the two sets are this one, A intersection B, that we have here, and A union B complement that we have here. And what we need to do between these two sets is we need to unite them. The operation is union. So if we were to unite these two sets, put them together, 1 and 3 put together gives me 1, 3. So let's write that down, 1, 3. And therefore the region that belongs to this set is the region that belongs to the numbers 1 and 3. So I'm going to shade them now. 1, I'm going to shade 1 first, 1 and 3. So 2 and 4 should be left unshaded. Alright, so let's move on to the next question now. Question number 6. A intersection B complement. So to find this, first of all we'll see what A intersection B complement alone is, and then find the complement of that. So A intersection B complement is the intersection between the set A, which we have over here, and the set B complement, which we have at the end over here. So we need to find the intersection between these two sets, meaning we need to find what's common between these two sets. And you can clearly see the number 2 is what's common between the two sets. We have 2 in both these sets. So A intersection B complement, let me write that down. A intersection B complement is the number 2, the set with the number 2, the set that contains the number 2. So now we know A intersection B complement. The complement of that is everything else that is not in there. So everything else except 2. So the complement of A intersection B complement, which we need the answer, is everything except 2, which is 1, 3, 4. So when shading, we need to shade the regions that belong to all the three numbers 1, 3 and 4. So everything will be shaded except the region 2. Great, so we're down for the last question here. Let's do that as well. So for the last one, we need to find A complement union B complement. Let's start to find the set A complement union B complement. A complement union B complement. So the set A complement is this set over here, and the set B complement is the one that's right below that set. If you were to unite these two sets, combine these two sets, that would be 1, 2, 4. So the complement of this set is what they want in the 7th question. So the complement of this set is everything except these three numbers, which is just 3. So the area or the region that belongs to this set is the region that belongs to the number 3, which is just this overlapping region over here. I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you really liked it, give it a like and subscribe for more similar contents in the future. See you in the next video.